some new information from DHS regarding this incident that we've been watching. I know this is sort of a static shot here of these few folks on the other side of this fence, but we want to fill you in on what has been happening in Newark, New Jersey. DHS says, quote, a group of protesters, including 2 members of Congress, stormed the gate and broke into the ICE detention facility. The members, Robert Menendez Jr. and Bonnie Watson Coleman, and multiple protesters are holed up in a guard shack area, the first security checkpoint. Interim U.S. Attorney Alina Habba for the District of New Jersey posting on X that Newark's Democrat mayor, Ras Baraka, was there and, quote, committed trespass. Here he is talking about the facility earlier in the week.
We know what ICE has done in the past. We've seen them. We know how they operate. We know that they have picked people up who have not broken any laws. We know they've deported people and refused to bring them back.
So joining me now by phone, Republican New Jersey Congressman Jeff Van Drew. Congressman, good to have you with us. What is your understanding of what happened here and what's going on?
Well, I don't know that any of us totally understand what happened there. It's not understandable. It's people who are supposed to be writing the laws, abiding by the laws, believe in the rule of law, and they are breaking the law. And what's really disturbing that this happened in New Jersey, in the state that is a sanctuary state declared by the governor, where we've spent money on God knows what, on clothing, housing, feeding, transporting, and everything else with illegals. Now we don't want to send those illegals back to where they belong, that have been indicted or convicted at their country of origin or in the United States. We don't need that here in America, and we don't need it here in New Jersey. These folks who are there, especially the members of Congress, and I'm always reluctant to criticize my colleagues, but this is terrible. They don't have their finger on the pulse of what real hardworking Americans are thinking. You know what, Martha? Most people right now in New Jersey are breaking their ass, trying to make a living, doing the best they can to pay their mortgage. There are very high taxes in the state of New Jersey, and they're sick and tired of this.
Do you have any indication? We know that Alina Habba, the interim attorney of New Jersey, she says that the mayor of Newark, Baraka, committed trespass. Do you have any idea if he's in custody or he was arrested? We're trying to get some clarity on that.
I know, and to the best of my knowledge, he is not in custody, but that, things are breaking and changing as we speak, so I don't know that for sure. But here is someone in the executive branch of local government, a mayor of our largest city in the state of New Jersey, willing to break the law that he is supposed to have enforced. And that is such a disturbing picture. That is just unacceptable. So, and Alina Habba is doing a great job, and she's a great U.S. attorney, interim right now. I'm hopefully she will be our permanent U.S. attorney in the state of New Jersey. So she needs to do what she needs to do in order to ensure that we abide by the rule of law. This is America. We're a nation of laws, and we believe in the rule of law. And I can't tell you how profoundly disturbed I am that, there are those folks who should be actually enhancing the enforcement of the law who are purposely breaking it, making America weaker, New Jersey weaker. It's a bad thing.
Congressman, let me ask you this. So this Delaney Hall, we covered this a little bit with the U.S. Attorney Habba last week. But what is do you know what this building is and how they want to use it and who they were bringing in on this bus?
Well, what they have focused on, as you know as well, Martha, is anyone particularly who has committed crimes, is a member of a gang, has done something that's wrong. They're not just going, first of all, legal immigrants, not illegal, legal immigrants, contrary to what the other side said, are not being deported. And when people say that, they're not telling the truth, number one. Secondly, the main focus is entirely on people who are on a terror watch list, are members of gangs, have committed violence, are involved with drugs, and quite frankly, are doing real bad stuff in the United States of America. This was to be a detention area because there's plenty of them in New Jersey to hold them there, and there was a great deal of resistance from the mayor and from the governor and from others and some of our members of Congress in New Jersey.
Yeah.
This is, whether you agree Whether they agree or not with the law, it is the law. And
Yeah,
that's the problem we have here.
The local New Jersey station, New Jersey 12, is reporting that they have a photo of Baraka, according to them, being put in handcuffs following a verbal altercation with federal officials at this facility. And Alina Habba has posted, the U.S. Attorney in New Jersey, the mayor of Newark, Ras Baraka, committed trespass, ignored multiple warnings from Homeland Security investigations to remove himself from the ICE detention center in Newark, New Jersey this afternoon. He has willingly chosen to disregard the law, and she says this will not stand. So, Congressman, this is a part of Newark. I'm familiar with this area, and there's a lot of companies in this area, a lot of businesses that employ a lot of people. This Delaney Hall facility, I believe, was reopened for this purpose just recently. Talk to us about crime, about the pressures on people of New Jersey, what they're dealing with, and, how they might be feeling about their elected officials getting in the way of this process.
I think the vast majority of New Jerseyans across the state are profoundly disturbed by this. And for so many reasons. As I alluded to first when we started talking about this, we have spent money in New Jersey, and despite what they say, yes, we are. It was declared. You can look it up. You can Google it, for God's sake. We're a sanctuary state. That means that they've declared they won't comply or work with federal authorities. That's breaking the law, number one. Number two, all the money we've spent, Martha, in New Jersey on all of the stuff, again, on housing them, on transporting them, on feeding them, on all the different things, on issuing cards, debit cards to them in some cases. People are working hard in New Jersey. A lot of folks are working multiple jobs. It's a very high tax state. Mm-hmm. It's a very expensive state to live in. And on top of it, terrible energy policy in New Jersey. So as you know, our energy rates in the state of New Jersey are skyrocketing. That's what our mayor should be worried about. That's what the members of Congress should be worried about, making life livable and affordable for New Jerseyans.
Well, the New York Post reporting that the Newark mayor tried to shut down this ICE detention center and claims that it doesn't have a permit to operate. That's sort of his way of getting at this and trying to intervene, saying that inspectors weren't allowed in and therefore the facility is not adequate. But then you see people with huge banners outside, ICE out of New Jersey, which may be pointing to the larger issue here. Jeff Van Drew, Congressman, thank you very much. Good to have you with us on this breaking news this afternoon.
Good to be with you.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, it's Will Kane. Click here to subscribe to the Fox News channel on YouTube. It's the best way to get our latest interviews and highlights. And click to subscribe to the Will Kane podcast for full episodes right now.